Hey guys, welcome back. So today is my 38-week update of pregnancy. I have a lot to say, so let's go ahead and jump in. I did have a doctor's appointment. The reason this is going up a day or two later than normal, my weeks turn over on Tuesdays, so I try to post these like Tuesday or Wednesday, so I can like summarize the last week. Well, I waited because my doctor's appointment this week was on the Wednesday afternoon, so filming this on a Wednesday night. I hope to get it up Thursday. We'll see. But I'm 38 weeks one day when this is going up. And it is May 3rd. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Story of my life. Okay, so the biggest thing is I've been having contractions. Like Tuesday night, the day I turned 38 weeks, I was having them about 5 to 10 minutes apart. Not necessarily regular though. Like I would have some where it would be like 15 minutes, and I'd have some that were much closer. They weren't really painful. Like I could still talk through them, walk through them. It wasn't anything excruciating. So I just, honestly, I kind of thought, okay, you know, like I'm not real worried about it. Sorry. I usually like clean this up or re-angle the camera, but, so I had them for like that for 4 hours or 5 hours from like 6 p.m. to like 11 p.m. And, I was still able to do stuff. We still walked the dog and everything, but I was like, this is new. And then I took a bath, and I take a bath every night. That's just part of my nighttime routine. And my husband came in to like check on me, and he always helps me out of the bath because, you know, it's dangerous and you're slippery and I'm really heavy and unstable and unbalanced, and so he usually helps me get up. And I keep my robe like right next to the tub. It's like a robe / towel for me. It's terry cloth. Anyway, so I was like, give me the trash can. And he like grabbed the trash can, and I just started puking in it. And you guys know that I've been puking this entire pregnancy. This isn't something new. But normally I'm like, what? Or what? And then it's over. No. Last night I hadn't eaten in about 5 hours. I ate dinner at like 5. And then it was like 10 o'clock when I took a bath. And I couldn't stop. Like I just kept puking, and it was weird. I was like, that's not my style, you know. I have an established puking style. I know it's gross, but it's true. And even he was like, huh. And I hadn't eaten, so it was like bile. Like it was like not food, you know, just water. And anyway, so that was very interesting. And then I was having the contractions, and then at 11 o'clock, I remember I was sitting after my bath and everything. I was sitting on the toilet. I just peed, and I was about to stand up to like go to bed. And I had like what I thought was like the worst contraction I've ever had. It was really painful, very unpleasant. If you had offered me the epidural or drugs right at that moment, I would have said yes, please. Like it was really bad. And I thought, that's it. I'm in labor. My husband's like, you know what? Try to go get some sleep. And between the puking and the extra painful things and things worsening and the kind of regular contractions, even though the timing was irregular, but they were happening frequently. Anyway, he's like, why don't you try to get some sleep? Like, I want you to be rested. Like, if this is it, like, let's get some rest. I'm like, okay. So I tried to go to sleep. And guess what? I fell asleep and I slept the entire night. I mean, I woke up like 3 or 4 times to pee and discomfort, but no contractions. And then I woke up today on Wednesday and no contractions pretty much all day. I've had some like soreness or discomfort, but not like achy down there, but nothing. No contractions. So that was interesting. Yeah, sorry for the puke story. Some of you probably hate that, but so I'm still pregnant, and I went to the doctor's appointment today and told them about that. Had an ultrasound today, and big news, the baby has flipped. She is now head down. They told us that there was like a 1 to 3% chance that she would flip at the point that we were at before, and she has flipped, guys. So the C-section is now off. That was going to be on the day I turned 39 weeks in 1 day, so a week from today, May 10th. That was going to be the C-section date, and that is now off. So now, my due date was May 16th. We wait. We wait and see what happens. And so now it's May 16th / May 23rd is when I turn 41 weeks, and that's when they'll discuss with me induction. But until then, we just wait and see. So of course, at the doctor's appointment today, they checked me to see if I was dilated. They did say The doctor said that I was softened, my cervix was softened, that I was like 50% effaced, but my cervix was still closed. What they think happened is yesterday when I was having all those pains and stuff, or over the last couple days, that the baby was flipping, and that's what I was feeling. Another reason, because I mentioned the puking, I was like, this was not my puking, it was weird. She said that the baby flipping probably put a lot of pressure up on my intestinal tract and everything, and my stomach, and that it was painful or irritated me to the point where I puked. And the baby was just flipping and making room. So that could have been, and then that extremely painful contraction I had late at night, the one that I was like, whoa, that one could have been the baby or something brushing my cervix. Like, I felt like it's stabbing. She goes, no, that's not, I don't think that's a contraction. But I told her the other ones felt like period cramps, but like bad ones, towards the end. So anyway, baby's flipped. C-section is off. Hopefully she stays head down now. We did get a size estimate. She's in the 60th percentile. I know this is estimates, but she's supposed to be 7 pounds, 7 ounces. What that means is if she gains a pound, we have about 2 weeks left. She should be about 8 pounds, 7 ounces, maybe a hair shy of that on my due date. 8 pounds, 7 ounces. And if she goes to the 41-week mark, if for some reason I need to be induced, she should be 9 pounds, almost. Not looking forward to delivering a 9-pound baby vaginally, but that's okay. So I hadn't really discussed my birth plan with you guys that much because I was having a C-section. I wasn't going to make a video like, my birth plan, like I would like to have this incense burning in the room. Like, no. If I'm having a C-section, I walk in, they prep me, the baby comes out, they sew me up. I mean, really, right? So now I'm like, okay, I better think about that. Like, who can be in the room? Because in the C-section, they tell you one person. Obviously, that's my husband because it's his baby, right? But anyway, so now I've got that to think about. And also, because last night I had the contractions, I started thinking, oh my gosh, is this it? And so I went in like panic mode, like cleaning and straightening up and thinking about all the things we have left to do and trying to make strides like on my to-do list and things like that. So that has been one thing that the good news about last night was I was in pain and it was uncomfortable and everything, but it reminded me, like, any night, this could be the last time. Like, when you log out of work today, that could be the last time you work. Oh, the other thing that sucks is I get 6 weeks instead of 8 if I end up having a vaginal delivery. Now, granted, one of the things, my reaction when they told me initially that I had to be a C-section, that they weren't going to consider flipping her with the external version or anything, I cried a little. Like, I teared up, and then later I cried about it, and I was really upset. And then, now that they told me, just kidding, it's not a C-section, it's going to be a vaginal delivery, I cried again. I'm like, why am I having such trouble coping with this? Like, most women would be so happy that it's not a C-section. And I guess deep down I am, but I guess I got my heart set on a date. I thought, 7 more days, 6 more days, I can do that. And I thought, no more physical therapy after this time. And I thought I can get 8 weeks off instead of 6 because I'm having a C-section. And I was really looking forward to that. And now it's a 13 days question mark. Could be 20, could be, so that just kind of, I don't know, it just made me upset, and I'm sure I'll be glad when it's all over. I know the labor might be harder, but the recovery should be easier with a vaginal delivery than a C-section, so that's okay. But yeah, you guys understand where I'm coming from? Like, you're at the end of the tunnel, like you can see the light. You're like, all right, I got one more Thursday, one more Friday left, and now it's like question mark. So they did say at the 39-week appointment, when I go next week, I'll be 39 weeks one day. It was the day I was scheduled to have my C-section, Wednesday, May 10th. I will, if I'm dilated at all, they'll check me. If I am, then they'll offer to do a sweep. The sweep's only about 50% successful, basically. It may do nothing, or it may help me progress and help me move towards labor. But right now, I'm not dilated at all. So she said, like, if today was the 39-week appointment, they wouldn't have been able to do a sweep anyway. It was too early. But she said that now that the baby is head down and her head is pressing down on my cervix, that maybe I'll start dilating, which I might have been farther along already at 38 weeks if she had been head down all along. But that's what they think is happening, is that she was turning yesterday, and that's why I was in so much pain. Makes sense. So that's a big update. I like the idea of an easy delivery. I don't think delivering vaginally is easy, but I want all the drugs they can offer me. I want the epidural. I want whatever they can give me. And I want it as soon as they'll give it to me. And I know people say like, oh, well, I took it soon and then it wore off before I delivered. Give me more. Like, I know. I don't want to feel this. I do not want to feel what I felt last night, that one contraction that was like excruciating, which I thought was a contraction. Turns out maybe it wasn't. If that's what labor feels like, count me out. Like, I don't know if I could do this, but how many women do I know that have done this? So many. And how many have done it naturally without pain meds? So if I can have pain meds, even if they just take the edge off, I know physically I can do it, but wow. I don't know. So a big symptom this week, obviously baby moving, huge movements, kicks and rolls, and you can see it from far away. I finally got a good video of it. I'll go ahead and insert that here so you guys can see. She was doing full on movements. You just like, whoa. Whoa. And that's what I say sometimes. I just look down at my stomach as its own entertainment, like instead of the TV screen, and I'm like, whoa. I just keep watching it. I'm like, whoa. And I have people feel it, and it's pretty cool. She's been having the hiccups a lot. It's been neat. I really enjoy feeling that. That's one of my favorite parts of pregnancy so far, is feeling her move. I like that a lot. But another symptom, unfortunately, is crying. I cry multiple times a day, a lot of days. I cry because I'm happy, I cry because I'm sad, I cry because I can't believe it's almost over, I cry because I want it to be over, I cry because I don't feel good, I cry because I'm so excited to meet her, and you know, like, I just cry. Like today, for example, I cried, you know, after I found out that it was not going to be a C-section, but before that, at home, my dog was sitting there, and I went over to her, and I pet her, and I was looking at her little face, and she was sleepy, and she just kind of like, was like, hi, you know, like as I was petting her, she wasn't like, you know, playing or anything. And I just looked at her, and then I started tearing up. And I was like, you're not going to be my baby anymore. Like, you're just a dog. You're not a baby. You were my first baby, and now I'm going to have an actual baby. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so pregnant. Like, why am I crying about this? But she's still my dog, and I'm still going to see her, and it's fine. But I am acknowledging that babies, you know, they go a little higher now in the level of priority than your dog. So that was hard. Stupid. I know. Little things like that have been happening to me lately. Like today, I was upset after my appointment, and I really wanted to eat bad because that's what I do. I eat my feelings. I gain weight when I'm unhappy and whatever. And I told my husband, I want something bad. I want fast food. So he went to the grocery store and got me what I wanted, which was like these breaded chicken sandwiches that they sell at the grocery store that I'm basically obsessed with. And so he did that so that I wouldn't eat bad. So at my 36-week appointment, I gained 4 pounds between 34 and 36 weeks. And then between 36 and 37 weeks, I lost 2 pounds. And then between 37 and 38 weeks, I gained 3. So I'm just like, so really I'm up 1 pound in the last 3 weeks. But because of the gaining 3 pounds in 1 week, you're like, what? That's crazy. Or 8 days, I think it is. Anyway, that's an interesting thought. Here are my belly shots. This is my 9-week shot from the side. And then here is my 38-week belly shot. Definitely big. I think she's dropping maybe, or she's about to. She's definitely head down now, so that should change my shape. I feel really round up high. Like up high on my belly feels big still, so I'm thinking that's going to drop. Another thing is I don't have to go into the office anymore until after I have the baby. My boss was nice enough to just tell me, okay, like, you're done. Like, I don't want you going into labor at the office. So I work from home anyway half the time. So she just, like, okay, you can work from home now until you deliver. So that was really nice. Might be another 5 times that I would have had to go in that I can stay home. And I like that because if I do go into labor, if my water breaks or anything like that, or if I start having contractions, I like to know I'm home. My husband works from home, so he can drive me places, and he doesn't want me driving too much after how bad my contractions were yesterday. Like, I mean, of course I can drive to the grocery store and stuff, but he doesn't want me to drive an hour away, like, to work anymore just because we're so close to my due date. So, due date, 13 days till then, and who knows if I'll go sooner. There's a chance it could happen. We're just about ready. We have bag packed, and I keep modifying the bag, and now that I know it's not a C-section, I'm going to modify it back. It's like, you know, also you're going to be in the hospital less time. The baby's going to need fewer clothes. I'm going to need fewer clothes. So even the kind of underwear that you need when you have a C-section versus vaginal are a little different. things like that. And I kind of want to buy a belly band. I have one, but it's like really small on me right now. Like I can't, it's like this far from closing, like it will not close because I'm so pregnant. But I'm hoping that after I deliver it'll close. But I also think I should buy one belly band that's a little bigger, like one size up, because I want to keep this baby in place. I do not want her to flip again. First of all, that was super painful. But second, if she flips, then it means a C-section. So there could still be a chance I'll end up having a C-section, emergency C-section on the day of delivery. If A, she's flipped, B, I don't progress fast enough, C, she's big or she's not fitting through my hips or pelvis or something like that. Could still happen, but that is pretty much all I have to say today. My belly button still has not popped. I am very swollen, still going to physical therapy. I just keep doing my exercises and icing and everything when I'm at home, and then go to physical therapy 3 times a week. It's expensive. It's like $70 every time I go to the physical therapist, but we finally met our deductible for the year, so now it's covered at 70%. Woohoo! That's good. So I don't feel as bad going to physical therapy. I'm like, this better be making a difference. Well, I do know it has made a difference because the physical therapist actually does adjustments. So he like sits behind me and I lay down on the thing, on the like bed thing, and he'll like crack my neck, you know, and he goes to one side, and it used to be like the cracks would like tick, 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 and then he would do the other side and go tick, tick, tick. Whatever. That's my cracking sound, okay? Well, now he does it sometimes when I have no sound. He'll go to the other side and I'll have no sound. Or he'll do one side and it's like, the other side's like that to him tells him that I am improving, that I don't have as much stuff going on. I don't really know the, you know, I'm not educated in this field. All I'm saying is that he can tell I'm making progress. And also I can tell because my hands still hurt and I'm still not able to sleep through the night, but I think that's just pregnancy insomnia and having to go to the bathroom constantly. But they don't wake me up excruciatingly like that much anymore. Like a couple nights a week I'll have to get up, put my hands under the cold water while it's running and like try to get them to feel better and like wake up sort of. But I don't have to wear the braces when I sleep anymore and I'm just fine. So that's good. I'll be happy to have that time back for sure. I think I spend like 6 hours a week at physical therapy and then a little bit longer driving, you know, so it's like 7 hours a week. It'd be nice when I don't have to do that anymore. But that is it for everything I have to update you guys on for 38 weeks. I am recording an I'm in labor video, so hopefully I'll get that edited before I go into labor. What I learned this week was that could be any time, so I will keep you guys posted on social media. Make sure you're following me there, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.